No, it's certainly a pleasure to be here today to talk about Black History Month on the panel. The theme for the month of Black History Month is Black Health and Wellness, and it's certainly a pleasure to be here and speak to all of you today on Black History Month. Black Americans have fought and served in every war since the Continental War. We had Black Americans serve in the Civil War, World War I, World War II, over 1 million soldiers, and even today, Black Americans are serving with distinction.
Good morning, everyone. Captain Roberts, Provost Marshal here at Camp Darby. I'm excited to see you guys and talk to you for a little bit under an hour today. So I'll start it off with a little bit about myself. Born and raised in Maryland. I'm from Lanham, Maryland. Anyone from Maryland? One. Did JROTC in high school, then ROTC, Army ROTC, and commissioned out of University of Maryland, the Turfs Fear the Turtle, in 2016. Been in the military for 6 years. Started off as a reservist, then went into active duty in 2017. I've been to multiple locations as a result of being in the military. I've been to Fort McCoy in Wisconsin, Missouri. I've been to Fort Leonard Wood a couple times, the home of what I am, the MP Corps, military police. The best assignment I've had so far that I've been to is Hawaii, which is what I got. I've gone to active duty in 2017. Then after Hawaii, I went back to Missouri here, and then I came here in Italy. So that's a little bit about myself.
So I'm also from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I'm from Georgetown, DC. And then I grew up, I moved from there to Upper Marlboro, Maryland, which is a little bit outside of DC, but I went to school in Annapolis. My background is primarily aviation. So I went there, studied aeronautical science and aviation safety and air traffic management. And then in 2014, I saw a job about Army and safety, and I became a quality assurance specialist for ammunition. So sometimes you guys may see me in the PASA, that's my DA civilian job. But the call to being a chaplain candidate came when I was being a QASIS in Korea. So while I was up there, I was with the ordnance company, obviously because I'm ammo. And there was one soldier, she was just not having it. She was struggling a lot because it was her first duty station. So similar to you guys, you were in a nicer, little country, but for her being in Korea was really taxing on her. And we didn't have our unit chaplain up there. He was 6 hours south. So he knew I was at the chapel a lot and was on the praise team and all of that stuff. So he's like, hey, do you mind going to the barracks and just chilling with her? I was like, okay. And I go and talk to her. And she shared that she wanted to take her life just because this is a big change for her. This is new. She doesn't know why she did this, blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of stuff that obviously you guys experience. Like your first duty station is all new, especially your first duty station being overseas. So I talked with her, and then obviously she didn't take her life, but it just opened my eyes to what service members go through. Like literally what you guys go through and what you sign up for. And I would talk to my chaplain and I was like, hey, I really have a heart for these guys because I'm around them all the time, going to the field, doing whatever the case it is. I don't know what to do. And he told me to consider chaplaincy. So from Korea, I went to the National Training Center in the middle of the Mojave Desert in California, and I signed up. I put my packet together, found a recruiter, put my packet together, and I sent it.
I joined because I wanted to get through college. Right? I went through, I was at South Carolina State University, a historically black college and university. I had a friend of mine that was going down to a recruiting station, and I just happened to ask him where he was going. He told me he was going down and asked me to join him on the way, which is exactly what I did with no intentions of joining. But one of the things that really drew me to the Army was the physical competitiveness and the physical nature of the Army, where I'd grown up as an athlete, could see myself being, successful at what I was doing, but then also I enjoyed the fact that the Army and the Department of Defense was so far ahead of societal changes when it came to diversity and inclusion. Coming from South Carolina, where I grew up, where it's not as diverse, where racism is not whispered about, it's in your face. I often tell the story of how my father, who was a carpenter, had built our home, the home that my mother still lives in, when we were a kid. And as we were growing up and they were building the house, on the weekends, we'd have the Ku Klux Klan set fires from across the street or just across the street from where we were building our home. And it was no secret that there was a Ku Klux Klan headquarters just 2 blocks away from where my high school was, a place where my school bus drove past every single day. So it was certainly appealing to me to join the Army, where you were judged by your merit, by your work ethic, about how well you performed, rather than the color of your skin.
My dad is from France and my mom is from Kenya. And then they both came to the United States to go to school, American dream and all that good stuff. Having those different backgrounds, for them, me saying, hey, I want to join the military, is like, what? No, we didn't come here for you to join the military. We didn't do, no. You need to go to school. And at that point, I had already accomplished school. What I presented to my parents was that, hey, you guys did all those hurdles and went through all that stuff to get to the United States. And now I'm here because you had me here. So let me, in a way of thanking them, you know what I mean? Like, express that, thanks and service to the military.
We like to call ourselves Jack of all trades, master of none. So we do many different things. We do a lot of combat support, we do policing, we do garrison operations, we do security, we do all these different things. So with all those different jobs and taskings, you have different people interested in the military, the MPs, for different reasons. Some people come in because they want to be police officers like me. Some people come in because they don't want to do combat arms, but they still want to be in combat, so they come into the MP Corps. So we in the MP Corps have a lot of diversity. We have the highest numbers of females within a certain MOS. I believe it's 33%. We also have a diverse group of people with different backgrounds. So that enhances not only our policing, but also our MOS. So we have people from different backgrounds policing overall and making the MP Corps. So I've had different type of leadership and different type of subordinates. And really, when we join together, we're pretty much all the same. And I hadn't had any bad experiences with diversity issues or anything along those lines in the MP Corps, because we all have a commonality, which is we're both all, what you guys said, cops, what you think of cops. And we all come from different backgrounds, we all come together typically. So that's my experience overall.